which is just the both sides of the commerce, and really where batch sits is right in the middle of that. And it's really that everybody at the moment is talking about e-books, but physical books are always going to, I think, be with us in some way. And even if you have an e-book, you're still going to have to pay for it, and you're still going to have really a supply chain around that. So it's a question of what batch itself does. So you get the batch bit now, which is integrating with the systems of both sides, so it's smooth. And people can check that things match and it all works properly. And this is really how batch works, that we sit in between the booksellers, in between the Macmillans and the Starler, and it's the invoices and credits coming through us, being provided how the booksellers want, and for booksellers to say if they have any issues, and for the booksellers to say what they want to pay, and we provide that on to the supplier. And what happens without e-commerce is it becomes a nightmare. And I think this explains itself, and I think everybody has covered this point, that if you're not doing things electronically, it is very difficult to match everything up. When I first came into this business, I could not believe that there were more paper in the accounts department sometimes than in shops. So what I wanted to talk about now was really that there is a document that has been produced by the European Union about how e-invoicing actually works and helps business. And so this is a neutral report. I'm not involved in it. I commented on it after it was done, but experts, whoever they may be, came up with this. And what they said was a lot of large businesses recognized the importance of e-invoices, and for that e-commerce, that it helped keep customers, that there were quality and efficiency gains. And whatever anybody puts in, there is a compelling case to do e-commerce. And these are just some of the things that happen. They affect all parts of businesses, and some of them in the areas that you least expected. Is it in IT? Is it in the central treasury? It's what I call the silos of different pieces of different departments in business, even down to the fact of archiving. I was talking to somebody, a smaller bookseller, they were saying that their loft, their attic, was groaning under all the paper invoices that they were storing. And that was today. And I said, but why do you do this? You've got them all on batch. You've got all your invoices there. And they went, they hadn't thought that that actually was a cost and something that they were doing. In this report, they also said that if you are outbound, so a supplier, that it costs between 5 and 15 euros per invoice. And that if you were inbound, a bookseller, that the costs could be even higher. The thing about it is, whatever value you put on those invoices or on that document, it doesn't matter. It's the number of them, the sheer quantity of them that actually matter. And that if you do issues through a structured way, it helps everybody as well. Batch operates now in 59 countries. One of the key factors is that if you are working with one system, then even if that is not in your first language, then you can understand how to deal with multiple suppliers. And for this, we actually see that these payment platforms for overseas booksellers in particular are about dealing. How do you deal with German publishers? How do you deal with French publishers, American publishers? If you can get your information in one way, that would be something that would be a good thing. Batch has on the return system some global players. But there's Tesco's in there. I think it's the third largest retailer in the world. They're using the batch system. Waterstone Smiths. So it's about very big companies, but also very small businesses who use us. So we have 100-meter shops that are using our system to do straight through processing. And if they do it, then the distributor, the supplier, they gain as well. Everybody and they keep this channel to market open. So this is just what we do, that we have to do like this because of the types of company that we are operating with, and because it is a business critical service. If you want to find out more, that's all we're going to say. The bar is actually open, and if you want to find out more, come and see us. We're down on the booksellers stand. We're delighted to talk to you, to any colleagues, anybody else. All right. And before I finish, I really would like to thank Stella and thank Matthew for giving a view of e-commerce that was really very interesting indeed. Thank you very much indeed.